It's June 15th, a cold and rainy day. It's about 60 degrees. I had a little bit of bad luck when I was trying to germinate some very tiny seeds like Plechiphora strobeliformis, Strombocactus disciformis, Astecium murderii, and some Echeveria and Lithops seeds. So I'm going to attempt to germinate some larger seeds like Astrophytum, Penioserius greggii, some Gymnocalycium, and Frailea seeds. They're so large, they're almost like a little capsule, but I'm going to borrow a method that I learned from Jenny at Cookies Cactus. She started her copiapose with 3 parts perlite and 1 part potting mix. Now that's a lot more simple than the recipe I usually use. I might complicate it a little bit by adding some limestone or some fertilizer. I'm going to replace part of the perlite with some 1/8 inch mini pumice, and I'll show you. These cells hold about a tablespoon each of soil, so I'm going to mix it up, and I'm only going to use half of the tray because we're talking about 54 seeds right here. So I'll begin mixing. Here we have a blend of 1 part seedling potting soil, 2 parts perlite with the addition of Osmocote and triple phosphate and gypsum, and almost a part plus some perlite of 1/8 inch pumice. It looks pretty nice, but I'm going to add about half a part of red lava or scoria. It just to add a little more body. It's material that my friend Mike Crump in Buena Vista used to use in his mix, and I kind of like it. To be honest, this method is more reminiscent to me of gardening or farming rather than hothouse horticulture. I remember Horst Kunzler once told me that his mother, now this must have been in the 30s, would take her Gymnocalyciums, wrap them in newspaper, and keep them in a cold room for the winter, and then place them out in the summer, and they would flower like crazy. She was treating her Gymnocalyciums like they were dahlias or gladiolas. But I've tried it. It can be done. Once the cell is filled, I'm going to make a indentation in each one and place my seed. I'm using this old pitcher to dole out the mix little by little. I'm using my seed depositor to place 30 random Astrophytum seeds into the openings. I went against my original intent and planted a couple of tiny specimens, Escobaria marstoni, Mammillaria McDougallii, and Echinocerius bonkeri. I had the seeds on hand, so I went ahead and planted them along with the Astrophytums. So I'll keep you updated. Here's my map of what's planted where. I'll keep you updated when they begin to sprout.